service.
Want to learn more about individual plans, Medicare, dental, vision? Call Simple Choice today. Get a head start on your 2022 health insurance.
Visit www.simplechoiceib.com/namaste or call 832-626-7791. That's 832-626-7791. Follow Simple Choice Insurance Brokerage on Facebook and Instagram.
Are you feeling dull, down, and tired? Let us help you get out of this cocoon feeling beautiful and relaxed. Only at Kalasi Divas Salon and Spa. Open every Tuesday to Friday, 12 to 7, Saturday, Sunday, 12 to 6. For appointments, call 281-646-0100 or text us at 856-693-8970. For more specials, like us on Facebook and follow us on Instagram. This is Ruby, and I believe you deserve a little me time.
Welcome to India House Houston. India House is a non-profit organization that serves the community by bringing resources, education, and services to Houstonians like health and fitness programs, language classes, charity clinic, and various events. Help the community now. Sponsor a program or volunteer for free food distribution at India House. Host your next indoor or outdoor events at India House facility, parties, weddings, or corporate events. Located centrally at 8888 West Belford, Houston. For details, call 713-929-1900 or visit indiahouseinc.org. Follow India House Houston on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
At Allings, we are all about the moments. The moments when family comes together for a sizzling hot plate and mocktails. The moments when friends order online for an at-home movie night. The moments when a child embraces their mom for the first time in years. Join us at Allings or order on DoorDash and make your moment. Halal menu available. Visit allingschinese.com.
Witness centuries of ancient Chinese culture. Shenyun breathes life into legends and tales nearly lost forever. Complemented by the world's foremost classically trained performers, breathtaking backdrops, a full Western orchestra, and the unique touch of traditional Chinese instruments. Coming to Wortham Center, March 25th through the 27th. Buy tickets now at shenyun.com. That's SHENYUN.com.
You are listening to Namaste Radio. Namaste Radio. हाँ जी
तो नाचो आज छम 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 मैं नाचो आज छम छम छम.
Good morning, and welcome back to Namaste Radio. Yes, this is the part 2 of our show today. Aaj hai February 5th, and I am joined by our very special guest on our show now. This is Namaste Radio. Mera naam hai Vanshika. Before we start talking with our guest today, I really want to thank one of our very, very important sponsor, and of course, वो इस कम्युनिटी के लिए बहुत करते हैं, उनका सब उनके बारे में जानते हैं. It is none other than Allings Chinese Cuisine, and want to thank the entire team at Allings Chinese Cuisine for all the great work that they do. If you have not been to Allings, तो पता नहीं मैं क्या बोलूं, लेकिन अगर आप जा चुके हैं, अगर आपको फिर जाना है तो याद रखिएगा, they are located at 6542 Highway 90 and their number is 2812420432, and follow Allings Chinese Cuisine on Facebook and Instagram. And आप ज़रूर ये बात ध्यान रखिए कि जब आप Allings जाएं तो ज़रूर उन्हें बताएं कि आपने नमस्ते पे उनके बारे पे सुना है. So now let's get into talking to a very special and passionate ladies that I know them of like बहुत टाइम से मैं इन्हें देखती हूँ, स्पेशली एक जन को जो मैं काफ़ी टाइम से जानती हूँ और दूसरी जिनको मैं थोड़े वक्त से जानती हूँ, लेकिन आज आई एम लुकिंग फॉरवर्ड टू टॉकिंग टू हर एंड नोइंग हर इवन मोर. They share their passion for the people. They are doing a lot for the people. They are the organizations that they associate with. They are doing a lot for the people and for a very long time. And now, with further ado, I want to welcome Monalisa Chandra and Gayatri Kapoor to Namaste Radio. सबसे पहले मोनालिसा आपके बारे में, she is a behavioral scientist by training with a special focus on women and child health. Monalisa's research includes breast and cervical cancer, HPV vaccination, and maternal mental health. She is a lecturer at the University of Houston in the Department of Sociology. She has a PhD in behavioral sciences from the University of Texas School of Public Health. Currently, she serves as the president of Indian American Cancer Network, IACAN, and IACAN ko hum sab jante hain. Thank you for what you're doing and welcome to Namaste Radio, Monalisa. We are so happy to have you here today.
Same here, absolutely.
And then we will go towards Gayatri. Gayatri Kapoor, the always smiling face. That's how I've known her. Gayatri is an engineer by education and मुझे ये सब बिल्कुल नहीं पता था because आज जब लोगों को पता चलेगा आप क्या कर रहे हैं, you know, so I would have not known this background. But yes, she's an engineer by education, but has been working with non-profits for years. For the last 13 years, she has been working with Be The Match. She has worked in various departments, including donor management and donor recruitment. Welcome to Namaste Radio, Gayatri. I'm so glad that you finally made it here.
Thank you, Vanshika, for supporting such a wonderful cause, and I'm so happy to be here. It's my honor to be here.
Thank you, thank you. The honor is ours. We are so happy आप दोनों आए, and I know बहुत ही ठंडा weather है, बहुत कुछ बाहर है, but then y'all made it, and that's the main thing. And I'm excited to talk to y'all about what our discussion is going to be. So to start with, Monalisa, please tell us about IACAN and a little background about how it started and how did you get involved with it?
So IACAN, or Indian American Cancer Network, it's a 501c nonprofit. And this organization came into being for around 10 years now. We are in service in the community. The genesis of this organization came from the need that the healthcare professionals, the scientists, and some staffs and MD Anderson realized the need for a culturally tailored infrastructure in Houston that would help the South Asian patients. So there were feedback from the patients in MD Anderson saying that if I got some South Asian food, that would have been very comforting right now when I'm going through treatment. Or, to somebody to talk to your native language and things like that. And during bereavement process, you go through those ethnically centered bereavement procedures. So hence the idea came, and one of our past presidents, Mrs. Gayatri Kangovi, along with other folks, they got together in a restaurant one day and then decided to come up with this idea. And it happened. They wrote the bylaws and everything happened. And 10 years back, IACAN started.
Wonderful.
And we are going strong and steady, serving the community as much as we can.
Wonderful, and more power to the organization and everybody who's a part of it. I've seen many different events, been a part of it, fortunate enough to be and see the work. But there's a lot that we have to share today. But how did you get involved in it?
So actually, my involvement started with my interest in South Asian research. Mm-hmm. So I was looking for data on South Asian community here about their cancer disparity. And while doing the search, I came across this organization, and then I started talking to them and attending the programs. And one of the main things which really attracted me is the level of passion every individual on board, or the volunteers, whoever you talk to, brings in on board. So I was like, of course, I have my personal story. Like, my mother is a cancer survivor, and I have seen how much she has struggled during her days of treatment, being alone. And, it's a very, cancer has gone through a lot of progression since past 50 years. fatality chances have lowered down because of the medical improvement and things like that. But the mental health aspect of it, of the loneliness or the outcomes of treatment, I have seen that with my mom, and so it was kind of a calling from within. And when I saw this group of people, like, everybody is so passionate about this cause. They're super busy people, but despite everything, they bring in that passion and that cause to make a difference in the community. I wanted to join that group, and I've been there for past 3 years plus now, and I've been serving on the board for 3 years plus, and I'm right now working as a president for the organization.
That's amazing. That's some really that's really amazing, and I'm very emotional when I talk about these things because मैं हो जाती हूँ ज़्यादा emotional because कई बार all of this comes somewhere. Whenever I meet people working in non-profits for behind these great causes, I always feel there is a story of their own. And that is our motivation towards, all of this. But on a light note, I want to ask you, you're a professor, आप strict professor हैं?
Depends on the student.
And that's what I like to do. I know we are talking about some serious and very important issues, but थोड़ी बहुत मस्ती is important too.
Absolutely. Oh my God. Without मस्ती तो stress ज़्यादा है, stress ज़्यादा होगा तो cancer ज़्यादा है. तो
Absolutely. So now, Gayatri, you are with Be The Match. आप बताइए about Be The Match, and you've been involved with them for a very long time. And how did you get involved?
So, Be The Match is under the umbrella of National Marrow Donor Program. So, it is committed to help blood cancer and blood disorder patients through cellular therapy, and one of that is a marrow transplant from a matching donor. When we moved to US, we came across one of the booths of Be The Match where they were recruiting. In fact, I came across Dr. Parmeshwar, and unfortunately, we recently lost him. So he was the one who told us about it, and my husband and I, we both signed up. And then we got busy on our life, and 7 years later, we received a call telling us that Harish could be part of somebody's cure, and we were like, how come? Is an engineer could be part of someone's cure? We completely forgot what we signed up 7 years ago. And it took us time to understand, and then finally he donated. And after his donation, we learned that, how important it is. Even we got a lot of resources from the family. We have doctors in the family, close friends. So, but even then, it took us time to learn how important it was for the donation, and how his donation have made impact on someone's life. So that just encouraged me to come to this nonprofit, and since then I've been part of Be The Match, and so far Be The Match together, it was started in 1979, and
oh wow,
yes, and we have the head office in Minneapolis, and we have almost 1,800 employees there all together in the US. And have served almost more than 100,000 transplants since then. So, in fact, 3 years ago, before COVID, we celebrated the 100,000th transplant.
Wow, that's amazing.
So many lives has changed due to this, and I came across so many people who received transplant and started their new life. And it is the motivation behind the work that we do. And I've been working with IACAN for last 10 years. More than that. In fact, 2010, I started working with IACAN. So it's been 12 years. And it's been a great journey. And throughout this journey, we have seen so many people getting cured after receiving the transplant. And just there's one thing, it hurts me a lot. We have so many happy stories, but unfortunately, we have a lot more sad stories. And we just want to keep focusing on the good ones so that we can bring more happiness. And that's what I love to do. And with ICAN, it's been amazing support. And so many patients come to ICAN, and I see the other side of that. How happy, how it is just not that they need to speak to somebody their language. That is one of the most important thing. Even though sometimes people, they don't speak the same language as the doctor, but knowing that it is from my origin, can understand what I'm going through.
Right.
So that is a huge, huge thing. I've been working with this patient for the last 5 years. She received transplant. And one of the Dr. Pingley, so he was treating her and said, like, now she's recovered and she's not taking treatment under him anymore. But still, whenever she achieves a goal, she thanked Dr. Pingley because he was there in the beginning. He gave her encouragement that she can deal with it.
Absolutely.
So that kind of support that these patients get from IACAN, that is life-changing.
Oh yeah, that is totally life-changing, and just hearing all of this is so motivating. And I'm sure anybody listening out there, these are two great organizations, two very hard-working people. The entire the group of people behind these organizations, they're doing some great work. Like, I have personally seen Gayatri, rain or shine, indoor or outdoor event, she's always there in that booth. Even at the Miller Outdoor Theatre, I know it was windy, it was cold, but she was there that, please swap kar lo. Kisi na kisi ki life bach jayegi. Kabhi bhi. Like she said, 7 years. Could take longer, or it could just be 6 months. We don't know.
Yeah,
so just that one little 10 seconds or 15 seconds of your time can change someone's life in such a big way. So, totally honored talking to you both today. And बहुत ज़्यादा motivation मुझे मिल रही है आप दोनों से बात करके. But continuing that conversation, Monalisa shared with us yesterday about February 4th was International Cancer Day, and this month is the International Cancer Prevention Month. Please share with us some cancer preventative practices, especially in the South Asians and, in the context of South Asians, Indians. Please tell us about that.
So, for the South Asian population, we are predominantly still immigrant population. The second generation is growing, but still the number is heavily immigrant population. And we have seen that although the prevalence is lower compared to the remaining population, such as Caucasians or African Americans or Hispanics, but we have seen, just like in just same replication of the Asian population, there is an increased risk of cancer along with the years stayed in United States. So the cancer risks are increasing due to lifestyle changes, due to the lot of things that are happening along the way. And one of the major challenges which we encounter as a cancer resource organization, we have seen this, and we have actually researched on this. We had a major study on that with MD Anderson before, and they found that the screening, the preventative methods, such as something as basic as breast cancer screening, mammogram, or cervical cancer screening, Pap test, or colon cancer screening, or prostate cancer screening. These are the 4 groups of cancers that I'm talking about, are pretty high in the Asian population. So we are kind of resistant towards doing the annual physical to begin with. And then on top of that, forget about screenings, and every other priority other than health comes into being. That's kind of a cultural practice, which is what IACAN is trying to change through education program and awareness program, that, hey, if you do your when you go to your annual checkups every year, doctor will ask you to do this, doctor will educate you how to do it, what are the benefits, and we as an organization also go out and teach them what are the benefits of doing this basic screenings, and also how you do it. We provide, for example, IACAN has a program on breast cancer screening, and we provide free mammogram in collaboration with Rose, and to those who don't have insurance. In this market where a lot of people has lost job,
yes,
we of course, if you don't have insurance, these are going to be the last priority, but we are trying to help them out with all these processes. And in any way we can increase screening, it is through education and through any event we get, any occasion we get, we try to educate folks about the benefits of screening, where you can go and screen, what happens if you so often we get this question, oh, I'm scared because if I go screen and if I get cancer, then what will happen? Am I going to die? We have to educate them. No, not necessarily. If you are if you screen regularly, the chances that you will be caught in the early stages is high. So in that case, you have a good chances of getting a good treatment. You're in the United States, and you have the best of the best treatments over here, right? And Houston having such a beautiful medical community. So that becomes that is our mission. One of our mission is to do the outreach and increase awareness among cancer. I mean, cancer continues to be one of the biggest killers in Asian community in United States, and as immigrant population, I believe one of the major factors, along with the lifestyle changes, are increased stress, lack of social support, be it man or a woman, getting out of the country, out of their root, and then trying to make your living a life in a foreign nation is very stressful. I mean,
yes.
Me being one, I understand that. And we are not dealt with tools, or we have kind of lost touch with those tools through which we can reduce stress and manage stress. So, so that's another way. We have yoga intervention through IACAN, through which we try to teach them good stress management skills, meditations, and things like that.
Wonderful.
Yeah. So
these are great insights and great points, and we have seen that. I think all of us here will know someone who would say, "Nahi, I don't want to do that yearly physical," or "I don't want." And organizations like IACAN is very important, that you need to make people, educate them that that no, it is important. That small step, that one, just visiting the doctor can make a lot of change. And like you rightly said, it's better to get it detected in the. Of course, we don't want anybody to get it, but early stage is better than them realizing after 5-6 years. And it's very important for ladies to do their mammograms, their pap test, and everything. Anytime as you age, I think we need to be very careful about these things. But no, thanks for sharing all of that. And one thing I want to know is, how do both these organizations work together, IACAN and Be the Match? Like, how did that come to happening? Like, two organizations, you all do a lot of work together.
So IACAN is there to support anybody who's going through the cancer treatment. So some of the blood cancer patients, they need marrow transplant from a matching donor. So IACAN help us raising awareness and adding more people in the donor registry, which is the key component to help those patients.
I see.
And does a lot of awareness event. People have concerns about what it entails to be a doctor. I can provide that information, but sometimes people do need information from the professional's point of view,
right.
What it takes, how it's going to impact their health. So IACAN is always there to guide people what to expect, and anybody has any main concern, they can share with the doctor. Be the Match does provide all those platforms. We have the professionals, we have the doctors. People can go talk to them, get their advice. But again, South Asians, we want to have our opinion from our community.
Absolutely.
So, Dr. Laga, who's on the board, I don't remember how many times I called him to get help, and he was always there.
This is Dr. Seva Lega you're talking about?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
And always guided people what to expect. People talk so many things. They want to discuss, okay, I had pain at that time. What does it how does it relate to that? What will be the side effects? So any kind of support, medical support is needed. So IACAN is there to provide them.
I see.
So with that, of course, we do a lot of the bone marrow drives, and where we need to sponsor. So I can sponsor those events as well. So for so many years, with IACAN support, thousands of people have, of the South Asian origin, have signed the donor database, and many have donated. Every year we before IACAN, I'll tell you, we used to have one South Asian donor maybe in 2 years or 3 years.
Oh,
Yes. And now we have every year 4 or 5 people from South Asian community coming up to donate. So
Wow.
that is the impact we see.
that's the reach and that's the awareness they've created. That's amazing. That's amazing.
So what was the number? 20,000 was the last. Can you share that information?
Yes, almost, 20,000 people have added into the donor registry.
In last how many years?
10 years.
10 years, yeah.
10 years.
Oh, wow.
And more importantly, that we were able to make awareness. And because of that, people outside of Houston also got to learn about this. A lot of time, people outside of Houston, when they match, when they have the concern, they depend on IACAN. They realize, they want to know from them what will be the impact of donation. So it is not just adding the people, it is providing, actually facilitating the donation. So IACAN helps throughout that journey. And so many people have donated, and one of our favorite Rishi Gandhi, actually he didn't have blood cancer fortunately, but he had the blood disorder beta thalassemia, and he also needed the bone marrow transplant. For 10 years of search, he did find a matching donor, and then IACAN facilitated his meeting with his donor. It was like...
It was a beautiful moment. I was so happy to be able to witness that, the beautiful moment when you all did the event. I know they must have met before, and
No, they
no,
haven't.
that was
their first meeting.
Oh wow, that's so beautiful.
That they have spoken over the phone, but they never met before. So that was the first time face to face they came across.
And the thought is so amazing. You just don't know who it is. You don't know who is going to benefit for the rest of their life with a little bit of your, effort here. I know donations, a lot of people sometimes are, hesitant that, dard hota hai, ye hota hai. But that's why they are there, to educate you. And the way science has progressed, things have changed. And the way you all are sharing resources and, collaborating with each other for the benefit of the community, beautiful. This is so nice to hear about all of this. And I would like to say congratulations for doing such great work for the people out there.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
In the beginning, I know Monalisa did mention this. It is easy to say we have an organization. It is easy to say, yes, I'm the president, but there's a lot of work that goes behind, because personal life bhi hai na. She's a professor. She needs, you have kids, you have families, and it takes a lot of their time. So and then again coming out doing a show on this Saturday morning, and you were also sharing it's a festival day today.
Correct.
So it's a lot of effort. और जब you said Rushi, right?
Yes.
ऐसा कुछ होता है तो बहुत खुशी होती है, like बड़ी proud feeling होती है, right?
I mean, that's the thing, that is one thing that IACAN has given me, is being able to make an impact directly. So abhi hum log ka we have this program called Second Opinion Patient Navigation Program. We get calls from all over the world, right? India say, they are like in a desperate need, like are we going to, what are we going through, is that the right kind of treatment? And I am in desperate situation, somebody like everything was said no to that person in India, but still that person wants to fight back and get a chance over here. So can I have an option of clinical trial? So when IACAN gives those information that helps that person to make a decision, and when there's a positive outcome, it makes sense. I mean, it makes it all worth it,
Absolutely.
So, and another thing I must say, IACAN is not only our board and our volunteers, IACAN is a family, because we are a 100% volunteer-based organization.
Wow.
And we are 100% professional people on this work. And so our impact creates more connections all over the world in a way. So I get calls from my father was going through treatment. I wanted to thank you all. Now he's doing so well. And these kind of differences makes it all worth it.
Absolutely.
I मेरे family में my kids know IACAN is a family, so they have been, they are curious also. अभी इसका क्या हुआ, उसका क्या हुआ, how this program going on. So for all of us, all the board members and all the volunteers, that's how it has become. So it's an extended family all over Greater Houston and across the world, I must say.
Yes, and thank you to your families also for
absolutely.
being a support behind you all to let you go do this
absolutely.
for everybody out there. Beautiful thought. We are in conversation with Gayatri Kapoor and Monalisa Chandra. I'm going to take a quick ad break. Please don't go away. We have a lot to discuss with both of them. But when we come back, so we will talk a lot more about a lot of great stuff happening right here. Stay tuned. This is Namaste Radio.
सुनते रहिए नमस्ते रेडियो. गौरी सिद्धि विनायक टेम्पल ऑफ ह्यूस्टन आप सबको आमंत्रित करता है. हिंदू वेडिंग सेरेमनी हो या एंगेजमेंट, सत्यनारायण पूजा हो या गायत्री हवन, बेबी शावर पूजा हो या वास्तु शांति, लक्ष्मी पूजा हो या गणपति पूजा, या जीवन में सिर्फ पॉजिटिविटी लानी हो, आज ही कॉल करें पंडित प्रदीप पांड्या जी को 832-466-9868. गौरी सिद्धि विनायक टेम्पल लोकेटेड है 5645 हिलक्रॉफ्ट एवेन्यू स्वीट 701 पे. डिटेल्स के लिए फॉलो करें गौरी सिद्धि विनायक टेम्पल फेसबुक पे. तो आज ही कॉल करें पंडित प्रदीप पांड्या जी को 832-466-9868. जय श्री गणेश.
गणपति नमो नमः, श्री सिद्धि विनायक नमो नमः.
Dr. Namrata Sharma Goyal at Kidney Health Center has over 15 years expertise in blood pressure control, kidney stone and kidney transplant management, hemo and peritoneal dialysis, specializing in chronic kidney disease from diabetes, high blood pressure, and autoimmune diseases. They promote the use of advanced technology in their business practice and treat their patients with a customized approach. All insurances, Medicare and Medicaid accepted. They have 3 convenient locations for you in Sugar Land, Medical Center, and West Houston area. For Dr. Namrata Sharma Goyal, board certified in nephrology, visit their website at bozenhealth.com or call 713-520-6875 for appointments. That's 713-520-6875.
5,000 years of Chinese music and dance in one night. Shen Yun Performing Arts will take you on an extraordinary journey from ancient dynasties to the modern day. Shen Yun. Coming to Wortham Center, March 25th through the 27th. Get tickets at shenyun.com. That's SHENYUN.com. SHENYUN.com.
వింటూ ఉండండి మీ ఇష్టమైన మ్యూజిక్ ఛానల్ నమస్తే రేడియో.
Welcome back to Namaste Radio. We are in conversation with Gayatri Kapoor from Be The Match and Monalisa Chandra from IACAN. Just like these organizations, we have another very important and an organization, a non-profit in Houston doing some great work, and that is India House Houston. And we want to thank India House Houston for always supporting Namaste Radio and for bringing such great programs for the community. Free yoga classes, they have free Bolly X classes and English learning classes, art classes for kids, soccer, table tennis and taped or tennis ball cricket, yoga class, again, like I said, and one very important class is seniors technology class, which is my favorite because, with changing times, all the seniors need to learn even how to open Facebook, how to share a post. So all of that is being taught, and they have some teleconsultation, which is family law, relationship coaching, immigration, telemedicine. So bahut kuch at India House. And also, if you book an event at India House, you're supporting all these events and you're supporting the community, giving back. So jaldi reach out to India House Houston at 713-929-1900 or visit www.indiahouseinc.org. And for all the latest updates, even about the upcoming food distribution, you can visit the India House page on Facebook. It is India House Houston, and Instagram. And for all of this, I really want to thank from the bottom of my heart Mr. Ashok Bambani and Mrs. Mohini Bambani, thank you for sponsoring. आप community के लिए बहुत कुछ करते हैं, and this doing this is also a big part of that. Thank you for spreading the awareness. Thank you for being a big part of India House. So thank you so much, Ashok uncle. Thank you so much, auntie. Thank you so much. So now moving forward in conversation with Gayatri and Mona Lisa, let's ask them more insights about what is happening, and especially a very important thing that different community outreach programs that they are doing, that the different events that they do, going through all of this. So tell us about that, different programs that happen, up Be the Match, IACAN, and some things that you all do together.
At Be the Match, we do a lot of awareness event and donor registration event.
Mm-hmm.
With the registration event, what we need people to come forward and register to be a donor. It is super easy. I will show that.
And if you're watching us on Facebook Live, please बहुत ध्यान से देखिए.
It is just a simple cheek swab, and that's all. It comes with the sticker. You put the sticker and put it over there. Yeah. Put it like that. That's all you need to do. And put it in a mailbox. It comes in an envelope that is already stamped, already addressed. So all you need to do is swab it and mail it back. And it is completely free. And anybody between the age of 18 and 40 is eligible to get registered. And until you turn 61, you are eligible for donation.
Okay.
So if you have given sample once, you do not need to do it again. So we do these kind of events throughout the country, and in Houston, we have 4 events going on today. So and if you are not able to go to the events because of any reason, you can order these kits online. It is completely free. It doesn't cost you anything. All you need to do is on your phone, just like you do online shopping, you need to order this kit. And the simplest thing is text CURE, CURE, to 61474. You will get a text back. Click on that, fill up a form, and you can get this kit.
So text CURE, cure to एक बार number और दे दीजिए.
61474.
61474. That's all you have to do, and the process will start from there. And if you were listening to us on our apps or 99.5 FM, you can watch exactly the way Gayatri showed us swap कैसे करना है, उसमें कैसे डालना है. You can just go to Namaste Radio's Facebook page and watch it exactly. And अगर कुछ भी doubt है, she will be sharing her details in the next 15 minutes as we are talking, and you will know exactly how you can reach and get more details. So about IACAN.
Yeah, I want to vouch to that because I'm one of the registrants, and it was super duper easy. I mean, not that because I know Gayatri or I have connections with Be the Match. It was just going online, ordering it, and it was so easy. I did not even expect that to be so easy. So, and within a week or 2-3 weeks, I came to know that I'm in the donor registry and I have my special card and all that stuff. I really, I'm waiting for my opportunity whenever I'll be getting matched. So, yes, everybody, whoever is watching this program, Gayatri has already posted the text information. So, this is a great opportunity because opportunity to make a difference.
Yes.
I mean, you never know, like, how life changes and how, I mean, I've seen Dr. Ketan, I mean, Rushi's family and their family have become a family who did not know each other a year back. And this is a very interesting spiritual bondage that happens when you do that. And I guess as a community, as a human being to begin with, what is life if we can't make a difference, right?
Absolutely.
So yeah, I mean, I encourage people, please do sign up, please do make a difference as much as we can. There are a lot of Rushis, a lot of folks waiting outside, waiting for their chances years after years. Like we have Eva over here, right, in Houston, who's been 12 years plus now.
Yeah.
Who's waiting for a match. So maybe you could be one of Dr. Ketan, like it happened to Rushi, could make a difference in her life.
And here I want to add one more thing. So patients have a better chance to match someone who share their ethnicity. So for Desi patients, we need Desi donors. So Rushi and his donor Ketan, they are basically from the same part of Gujarat.
Oh,
They never met before, but yes, they are that. I mean, as soon as Dr. Ketan signed up, within few weeks, he got to know that he was a match. And they are both from the same ethnicity. So just like other patients also, our Desi patients like Eva, and there are so many others, especially the cancer patients, they need matching donors from their ethnicity. See, for Rushi, fortunately, he did not have cancer. So he could survive for blood transfusions until he found a matching donor. The same is for the other child that we are working with, Eva. But unfortunately, that is not the story for the blood cancer patients. Many times when blood cancer patients get diagnosed and they need the transplant, they need the transplant very quickly.
Like right away.
Right
almost.
away. They don't have time because with every new day, their body gets deteriorated. They get weakened and weakened. So for them, if they have a matching donor, they have a very good chance of recovering. But when they don't find a matching donor, unfortunately, they lose. Sometimes they're better. Not all the time, but yes. So a lot of time when somebody gets diagnosed with cancer, they start reaching out to their friends, they start reaching out to their families to add more people on the donor registry. We do get a lot of support at that time. But many times that with that support we are not able to help that patient because it takes, once you give the sample, it takes 3 minutes to fill up the form and give the samples, but to process those samples it takes around 4 to 6 weeks. So it takes that much time. So when someone is get diagnosed and we start doing those things, by the time we have those results in the registry, it takes so long. And then we need to do some other testing. We need to do medical evaluation. All that thing takes time. So a lot of time when patients come to us and we do our best, we do a lot of awareness, but what we need from the community now is before you get into that situation, do whatever you can do to raise awareness. We do events in the community. We do events in the colleges. In the colleges, we work with student organizations. We get into the classrooms and at corporations, any community, anywhere, any workplace. We have done awareness events at the dental offices also. We have like the managers meeting, we speak over there. Any kind of meetings, department meetings, we partner with them.
I see.
So wherever you are working, whether you are eligible for this registration or not, you can still contribute. You might have contacts at your workplace, in your community, where people can at least learn about this. And if they learn and they feel that they are comfortable, they can sign up for this program. So we always look for the opportunities throughout the country for this kind of awareness. So all our listeners, I'm sure, can help us in any way, whether you're working, you are a student, you are teaching, like Monalisa teaches at UFED, so I am going to her classes and educating over there.
Wonderful.
And most of the colleges are on board with us. It's not that they need to take permission from the school. If you're working at any place, probably we do have already the relationship, but if you are not sure, reach out to us. We can provide all the paperwork that you need to submit at your work. So we are there to provide any kind of answer, but we need your help for the leads.
Absolutely. So as Gayatri said, a small help from you can go, many ways. Even if you want to, the fastest thing you can do is just go to their page on Facebook and share it on your wall. पता नहीं किसको कब कहाँ दिख जाए वो और share करे. So that's the smallest thing we can do these days, because people are always on their social media, Facebook, Insta, stuff like that. So, but if you're 18 and 61 के बीच में सबसे पहले 18 to 40 सॉरी आप स्वैप कर सकते हैं और आप रीच आउट कर सकते हैं, एंड ऑल यू हैव टू डू इज टेक्स्ट
text CURE CURE to 61474, In fact, we talked about Ruchi and his donor. That's how his donor
From Facebook.
signed up from the Facebook. He saw the ad, he signed up, and
Wow.
here we go.
Wow. And if you have any ways you can, have, like they were saying, do some chota sa, meeting with them so that they can come and share what they're doing. They can be there. If you can share some kind of links with your office people, school people, your friends, just on your WhatsApp group, वो भी बहुत important है. That's also a big help. So
And
do
we
that.
are also working with the high schools now, especially the HOSA chapters. Any listeners have their kids who are in high schools, they can also work with us. In fact, for this HOSA chapter, that is a health association at high schools, every year they do a service project. For the last 2 years, their service project is Be the Match.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
It's a great opportunity for the high school students for the community service time and all that. And in that way, it also, I believe, it also increases the sense of community-centric feeling that you can make a difference, but it doesn't matter how old you are. You can just go out and make a difference and save somebody's life. I mean, that's so crucial.
Absolutely. So with all of this, now a very important part of all of this is mental health. And हम देसी लोग, and that's always been मेरी एक कोशिश on this show, to share more about how important mental health is. And now we have patients who go through a lot of mental health problems. They do. And not only patients, the caretakers go through a lot.
Absolutely.
And it's not easy taking care of a patient and giving, with everything going around. So tell us, what have you all learned? What have you all seen? And how do IACAN be the वो कैसे address करते हैं जब patients आपको बोलते हैं that I can't bear this anymore, or the caretaker, they have their times, they can break down and share.
Oh, absolutely. So just being patient, or I mean, not only the primary caregiver, it's when cancer happened, the beliefs and the norms associated with our community, or I mean any community to begin with, it trickles down to not only to patient, to their primary caregiver, to their children, to their neighbor, to their friends. Everybody gets affected.
Right.
So one of the things that, like for patient perspective, for example, then when you go through a cancer treatment, if it entails some sort of surgery, it has a body image issue, which is often seen for the breast cancer patients. Then you have the pain issue going through the chemotherapy. There are times when you can't eat anything. Life feels like everything has stopped. I have stopped enjoying life.
Yeah.
And the effect of the chemotherapy often leads to temporary depression. And
small things like baldness and
I mean absolutely. I mean, you're losing the ability for being you.
Yeah.
I mean, and you don't know whether it's going to be a temporary thing or a long-term thing. And imagine a body going through so much stress, physical stress, and that physical stress kind of manifests in some mental stress. And then there are moments you feel completely void and you have no interest in doing anything, and that's how your family gets affected, right? So I have seen that personally. I have seen that happening in the community, but thoda sa support. I think that is where IACAN makes a major difference. That's what I said, we are a family, that we bring in that sense of belongingness ki koi hai tumhare paas, and there's somebody to listen to you. I mean, they have been, like for our second opinion calls, in addition to the medical expertise, we often get patients calling for simple reasons, but they're talking at length on their personal experiences. And just the fact that we are listening to them and we're suggesting something, that just makes a major difference. कोई है मेरे साथ, कोई मेरे बात सुन रहा है, So, and then we often we have the extra help supports, like home health support and all that. We provide those connections. So there was one patient who came over who had elderly parents at home, and she was going through a very bad cancer condition, and she was feeling guilty that मैं उन लोगों के साथ बात नहीं कर पाई क्योंकि after the treatment when I come back home I'm not in my zone. True. And that is affecting my parents. So when we connected them to the home health, and there was linguistic issues, right, and the khana pakane wala koi nahi hai, so this individual organization helped them to find people who can speak in their language, prepare their ethnic food, koi baith ke thoda sa baat kare, auntie uncle logo ke saath. So that man, she was like, you know what, you just saved my life.
Yeah.
I don't have to think that part anymore now. I can go to the hospital, do my treatment, come back. I can lie down for the rest of the day.
Yeah.
It thoda changes, it makes so much difference. And also, like, we have a very vibrant survivor group, and they are our advocates. They are big strength toward this organization also,
especially because they've been through it, they have conquered it, and now they are sharing their positivity out there.
Absolutely.
It's so beautiful.
Absolutely. It's a very strong women and men over there who are like big advocates for this thing. And so we have multiple programs for them all through the year. And those programs not only encourage their creativity and engaging them in a lot of positive mental health activities, but also brings them together as a community. They can share their problems, and not only share problems, solutions to that.
Right.
So you be a caregiver or a patient. You are having you know that there is somebody else who's also going through that same problem.
Yeah.
So probably there is a solution. Probably somebody can help. And I have had so much comments from our survivor group where they have come back, like after my treatment, after going through treatment for months, when I was able to come out and meet with other people, this has changed my life, gave me more reason to live, more reason to be more positive for my kids, because they were also suffering with the same thing. So mental health is a big deal. And especially we have a lot of fear and misinformation associated with cancer in South Asian community.
Right.
Abhi it's like a C word. Moment you hear it, all you can hear is death.
Yeah.
It's not that anymore.
Yeah.
We have come across a long path, and there's so much support. So yeah, IACAN is here to help your journey, to make it easy.
So if you're listening out there, it's okay if you don't feel nice about it. The first thing to understand is it's okay. But reach out is the main step aapko karna hai. You have to reach out. It'll change a lot of things, and IACAN is there for you. So reach out. Anything on that you would like to add, Gayatri?
Sometimes IACAN does the musical programs or the gardening program. I have attended few of those.
And gardening sounds very nice.
Painting program we have, yeah.
Yes, and sometimes people do not want to talk about their problems, but they want to be in a secured place. So IACAN does provide that, because we take all the precautionary measure. We make sure that everybody who comes there, we take care of their safety and all that. So sometimes people come there, just enjoy the moment. That is like, because there's a lot going on in their life.
Right.
They want to be at the safe place and forget about their disease. So many times people, patients and the caregivers, sometimes patients cannot come, the caregivers come, participate there. It feels like they get energy from there to go back and deal with their problems.
Absolutely.
It's very therapeutic for them, for those 2 hours or 3 hours of break. And we have this every year, twice a year, 8 weeks, we have this yoga program, and our survivors have like, we literally brought it back. We were experimenting with it, and because there are tons of yoga program all around the city, but this was designed by one of our board members who's also certified yoga teacher, and particularly for the survivors and the mental health of the survivors. And COVID was, and I benefited out of it, trust me. I mean, when the COVID started, I mean, all hell break loose, literally, with family and IACAN and this keeping head straight was
normal
the biggest.
इंसान भी out of पागल हो गए.
And the survivors सोचो कि अभी उन लोगों को, if you have to go to the hospital, waiting there for hours, and this 10,000 procedures of safety, एक तो खुद का तबीयत ठीक नहीं है, on top of that, so they were like, oh my god, those first Sunday morning we used to have it. We're going to start again from middle of February, and those 2 hours were like complete peace. Then I gather all the energy and then fight for the rest of the week. So.
And that's why we have them, because they're giving a lot of power to all the people. And if you're listening out there, if you feel आपको इस कुछ ज़रूरत है, आपको बात करनी है इसके बारे में, आपको help चाहिए, या if you know someone who needs, they are there. We have about 5 minutes, less than 5 minutes actually. So quickly, the main important thing is, I know Gayatri shared how they can register and get more information, but about IACAN, how can they be a part of it, volunteer, or give us their details?
So if you're a patient or a caregiver, you any kind of services that you need, starting from medical opinion and second opinion to mammogram to any kind of services that you need, whatever your problem is, email us at iacannetwork@gmail.com, IACANNETWORK@gmail.com. And send us your query, and we're going to work on that. Or you can also call us at 713-370-3489. You can leave the voice message, and we're going to call you back. Generally, it is 1 or 2 business days.
And number ek baar, please.
713-370-3489. And if you want to volunteer for the organization, please go to our website IACANNetwork.org. And there is a volunteer section where you can sign up your form, and you'll go to our database directly whenever we have programs or outreaches. We're going to call you. We need volunteers all the time, so any way you can help. And you can also help us by donating, same on the website, ICANNetwork.org. And any bit of help, as I said before, it's a 100% volunteer organization. If you are an expert, if you are a doctor, if you are a physician, if you are a nurse, whatever way you might want to commit to this cause, please reach out to us, ICANNetwork@gmail.com. We will work together to make the difference that we can to the community.
Amazing. And they do have a Facebook page, Indian American Cancer Network, which I was following. So that's how I know ICAN. And, just go like it right now. And Gayatri?
We also need volunteer support. No matter what is your age, seniors are working with us. People who have small children who cannot work, or high school, or you are working at any age, you want to volunteer, whether you are professional or you are stay home or anything. We do need volunteers of all walks of life. So you can reach out to me. You can send me message on Facebook. You can give me call back. Number is 281-780-1379.
एक बार फिर से number, please.
Once again, my number is 281-780-1379. And I posted that information under the show.
Perfect. So thank you so much. I'm going to go and pin their details as soon as we are done with this show. Thank you so much, Monalisa. Thank you so much, Gayatri, for taking our time and coming and talking to us today. I am really grateful because today, after this show, I've learned a lot, and I feel very uplifted at this time that kitna kuch aap log kar rahe ho, and so motivated. So thank you so much. Quickly, want to say anything before you go?
I would like to thank you, Vanshika, for this is important because it's just not us going out outreaching, and the fact that you are bringing out our voice to the community, and that is how the change happens. That is how we can make a difference. So thank you so much for having us over the show and giving us another opportunity to make a difference. And as I mentioned, please, if you are in need for any kind of cancer help, be it medical or otherwise, email us at ICANNetwork@gmail.com or call at 713-370-3489. Our one of the very major partners, Be The Match. Gayatri, you want to go ahead?
Yeah, again, I want to thank Vanshika, and I say it takes a village to raise a child.
Absolutely.
Whatever the work we are doing, whatever the work ICAN is doing, we cannot do without your support. So you are providing us the platform to share information. So the same thing I would say, our listener, if you have any platform and you want to share information, reach out to us. It's not just in Houston, anywhere in US. If you want to raise awareness, do reach out to us, and we'll be happy to work with you. And in fact, we'll be very grateful for the support, just like Vanshika, you are supporting us.
Thank you so much. Thank you for those kind words. More power to you both, more power to the entire organization, more power to everybody behind both the organizations.
Thank you.
Namaste Radio is always here. I'm here. Kabhi bhi kuch bhi we can do. We are here for you. And thank you to all our listeners and viewers who were there with us today. Thank you so much for listening to this show. You can share the video, and that will also create more awareness for other people who may have missed the live right now. Thank you so much. We will be back next Saturday at 10 a.m. on 99.5 FM and on Namaste Radio's Facebook page. Don't forget to follow Namaste Radio on Facebook and Instagram. As I always say, stay positive and focus only on the positives of everything and anyone around you. Thank you. Have a beautiful weekend. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Thank you.